And what is going on, everyone on YouTube? This is Mark Gaming coming at you with a new video for tonight. Just want to talk to you guys about a couple things and give you guys some insight as to what's been going on with the Mississippi State football team, and also maybe give some advice or some thoughts and feelings about where we could go from here or where have us. But anyway, to basically summarize, our defense is at a low point. And when I say low point, it's probably the worst that I have ever seen it, and the worst that it has been in the past 20 to 30 or even 40 years. Our defense is so bad, and it really came out against Arkansas of all teams. We gave up 58 points to Arkansas. 58 points. 673 yards of total offense to Arkansas. And this is not the first bad game we've had. This is just, the latest in versions of bad games. These stats are very alarming, and they should not be happening. We gave up 7 to Eastern Kentucky, but that was to a Division II school. But since then, we've given up 30 to Arizona State, 41 to Toledo, 45 to Florida, 35 to Texas, 41 to Georgia, 34 to A&M, and now 58 to Arkansas. Now, a couple things I do want to point out here. Yes, we have played some really tough teams. We played Texas while they were number 1, Georgia while they were number 5, A&M while they were number 14. But we just gave up 58 to Arkansas, who is unranked. And the schedule does not get any easier. Our defense has seen its share of problems, and I know that we have had some key injuries on defense, which is understandable. But it's got to come to a point now where we've got to make a change. Even if it's this week or even next week after the UMass game before the Tennessee game, we've got to make a change so we can at least maybe start seeing some direction of things to finish out the season so we can end the season on a positive note. Because let's face it, guys, we have already thrown away bowl eligibility. That's gone. We're 1-7. The best we can finish now is 5-7. So we're not we cannot get bowl eligibility now. That's gone. So honestly, what we need to do is try to finish out the season and try to find some direction and look for 2025. And that's going to have to start with Jeff Lebby and his decisions and the athletic director's decisions about what they're going to do about the defensive coordinator position and the coaches that, run the defense. Because at this point, this has got to change. Our defense is so lackluster, and it really showed itself against Arkansas. I keep going back to that game, but that's the latest game we've had. Our defense is Arkansas is basically making our defense look silly. Arkansas could do whatever they wanted to, whenever they wanted to. The quarterback and running back, like I said, they basically looked like Heisman candidates because they basically made us look silly. They were able to pass the ball whenever they wanted to. They were able to run the ball whenever they wanted to. Arkansas went 0 out of 7 on third downs, and they were still able to do this. Mainly because on first and second down, they were able to pull up first downs to where they really didn't have to worry about third downs so much. I don't know about you guys, and I don't know about any Mississippi State fans that may watch this video, but enough is enough. I'm going to end up naming this video, Wherefore Art Our Defense? Well, our defense has been missing really all season. And like I said, it comes down to the defensive coordinator. And at some point, the athletic director and the coach, Jeff Lebby, has got to step in and say enough is enough. They're losing their fan base. The fan base is getting absolutely sick and tired of this. And they should be. This is something that we should not have to put up with week after week after week after week. Now, this Saturday, we play UMass, a team that we are favored by 18.5 points. We should win that game. But I say that with an asterisk because we should have beaten Toledo. I feel like we could have beaten Arizona State if we could have halfway stopped their running game. We could have beaten Toledo. Toledo did whatever they wanted to on us. Florida, when they were on offense, they were able to do whatever they wanted with us. Texas and Georgia. Texas only scored 35 and Georgia only scored 41. If they really wanted to, guys, let's be realistic here. If they really wanted to, they could have probably dropped 60 or 70 on our heads. Arkansas was probably going to drop another touchdown and make it a 60-point showing, if not for the fact that they took a knee just to get out of the game, which that's fair. The game was over at that point. Why drag it on? But like I said, the offense under Jeff Lebby is actually doing pretty decent. Yes, we had some missed opportunities in the Arkansas game. Some things just didn't go our way. But we are showing promise on the offensive side of the ball. So I don't have too many qualms about that. I like what Jeff Lebby is doing on offense. And I would like to see him stay around, stick around. Let's give Jeff Lebby a chance. But the defensive coordinator, I'm sorry, but he has got to go. If we're wanting to make any kind of improvements or make any form of progress, we've got to get rid of this guy. And we've got to bring someone in that's actually going to recruit some decent defensive players from around the pipelines and get our defense back on track. Because what's going to actually end up happening is we're not going to be able to recruit anybody. And the only few good defensive players that we have, they could end up transferring. And then our defense is going to be even worse than we are now. If that's even possible. Heck, at this point, like I said, we're already near the back of the field in terms of in the country, in terms of defense. But like I said, at some point, it's got to come down to we've got to get rid of our defensive coordinator and athletic director and Jeff Lebby. They've got to come together and they've got to decide, is it time to get rid of him? I say yes. And I say, honestly, you either do it this week before UMass or next week after the UMass game before the Tennessee game. We've got to get something new going before we go into this final stretch. Because, yeah, we may be out of a bowl eligibility, but we can still win games. We can still play spoiler to these teams that are trying to go for a national championship. On top of that, we still have the Egg Bowl against Ole Miss. And I don't know about you guys, but I would like us to win that Egg Bowl. That Egg Bowl trophy's got to be in Starkville. Just saying. So, anyway, guys, if you guys have any thoughts as to what we should do on defense or what we should do as a team, and if it's different from what I have shared, please leave them in the comments below. And as always, please make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so you'll be able to see when other videos are released. As far as the schedule, I'll give you guys a kind of tentative schedule. I will be doing a preview of the Mississippi State UMass game probably on Wednesday. And then as always, you will see a reaction video of said game after the game is over. So be on the lookout for that. But until then, guys, stay safe and keep it tuned for more reaction videos. Mark Gaiman, signing off.